Thanks for joining us this Monday evening on our 8 o'clock digital newscast. We are live right now on all of our digital platforms, our website, our app, Amazon Fire, Roku, YouTube, Twitter, and Facebook. Thank you so much for joining us tonight and for trusting us to give you the news. We are going to go through a few of today's top stories and then push ahead to our newscast tonight at 11. We begin with a story in Savannah that is drawing a lot of attention on social media and getting a lot of people talking, especially around this holiday shopping season. Parking close to the Oglethorpe Mall on weekends is now going to cost you. A Facebook post about the mall charging a fee for upfront parking exploded this weekend because of the spaces some say that parking took over. Amanda LeBreau spent the day trying to get answers and has some more on the confusion out there.
If you're doing your holiday shopping at Oglethorpe Mall and want to park in the first 2 rows closest to an entrance, you'll have to pay $5. A corporate communications representative said today the mall rolled out the paid parking on weekends recently to reduce stress for shoppers who value that convenience. She didn't know when the program started or how long it will last, but it was happening last weekend when this Facebook post, now with hundreds of reactions, comments, and shares, blew up because of this photo. It looks like handicapped parking spots are blocked with cones unless a driver paid. One woman commented she has, quote, a valid handicap tag that stays hanging up, and I was told I still had to pay. She goes on to say that she had to eventually park elsewhere. When I asked the communications representative about this post specifically, she said that's false, that didn't happen, and it's just not true. The original post says 5 sections of accessible parking across the mall were blocked, but the representative was adamant nothing's changed with the mall's spots for those with disabilities.
We did speak with a specialist with the Federal Americans with Disabilities Act, and they said there's no problem having a paid parking section, but that it has to include ADA spots. However, blocking them off and charging for them without any other choice is likely illegal. We will stay on top of that and let you know what comes out of that. Speaking of parking, though, in downtown Savannah, it's a far different story. Parking is actually free through the holidays, so you can park in any of Savannah's city-owned garages for the first 3 hours for no charge. This is happening every Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday this month. Again, they are only covering the first 3 hours of parking, and that is only in the city-owned garages. So make sure you are in a city-owned garage if you want that free parking. Over the weekend, the 41st President of the United States passed away at the age of 94. Here in Savannah, people are remembering former President George H.W. Bush. The Fox and Weeks Funeral Home is offering a registry book and prayer cards. Signatures from Savannah, Hilton Head, and Port Wentworth already lined the pages of Bush's guest book at Fox and Weeks. Next to it, prayer cards are also there for people to take home with them. The co-owner and president of the funeral home says he has already signed it himself. Fox and Weeks offered this opportunity earlier this year when Bush's wife, Barbara, passed away. Weeks says writing down the emotions can help people process them.
I think it's cathartic for people to be able to come in and to express that. They have feelings. They have no other way of getting this information to the Bush family or to anybody else within that family. So,
the guest book and prayer cards will be available through mid-December before the funeral home then ships them off to Texas. The Fort Pulaski National Monument will be closed Wednesday to observe the National Day of Mourning for President Bush. This comes after the executive order issued by President Trump. Fort Pulaski officials say the park will return to normal operations Thursday. Meanwhile, flags at all federal buildings and offices are flying at half staff for the rest of this month. That about does it for our 8 o'clock digital update tonight on the news at 11. Crystal Howard will report to us on a meeting between Savannah Police and some clergy leaders. Of course, the big topic of discussion is how to work together to fight violent crime in Savannah. So she'll have more from that meeting tonight. We'll also have a lot more on the passing of former President George Bush, as well as so much more. So we hope to see you there. We are the CBS station here in Savannah, if you didn't know that. At 10 o'clock, we'll have another news update. You can watch that on all of these digital platforms. And also at 9 o'clock, Dave Turley will have a weather update. You might want to stick around for that because he talks about some wet weather coming this weekend. So that's at 9. We have a news update at 10, and then, of course, we're on air tonight at 11. Have a great night.